Let's bring in Rich Eisen from the NFL Network.
Well, now you've got my interest peaked, Dan.
Okay, you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. You pick a defense for your fantasy team. I want you to pick an offensive line, and the number of sacks that you give up, you lose points. Therefore, you're going to appreciate the offensive lineman in the NFL. It's the forgotten group here because we have sacks, we got the defensive backs with picks, fumbles. I get the offensive line factored into fantasy football. So you may watch tonight and you have the Dolphins line without their best player, and they're playing the Buffalo Bills.
Wow.
What do you think?
I fell asleep halfway through. Can you say that again
Okay.
off the top, Dan?
So
you're giving the big uglies a seat at the fantasy table?
yes.
That's next level.
Now, did you fall asleep when the DirecTV truck was stolen yesterday? What happened?
Well, come to work yesterday and find out that the truck, the mobile production unit that has been going around the country to broadcast the Rich Eisen show from each stadium, was heisted from a parking lot.
And this is $1 million truck.
Multi-million-dollar truck, Dan. Yeah. $5 million truck, 48 feet in length, 18 wheels in all.
And you lost it.
Heisted like it was from Lufthansa, right out of the parking lot. And we didn't think we'd ever see it again. We thought that thing would be chopped up and sent to all different parts of the globe. But around 10 o'clock last night, the production unit portion, the most valuable portion of the truck, was found ditched near some train tracks in northeast Miami-Dade County.
What did they take out of the truck?
From what we could tell, nothing. It was locked up and everything's inside there. And I know that this is probably the least important part of all this. My IFBs were in there, Dan, and those are custom made.
What about your V-neck sweater collection? Was it in there as well?
No, it was not.
Okay.
But my IFBs were, and you know this, Dan. These are personally made for you.
Yes.
When was the last time you used a non-custom IFB?
No,
one of those sort of like plastic cylinder tube things.
The IFB is what you put in your ear so your director or producer can talk.
There you go.
Okay. Yes.
Explain to the people. See, that's you're a man of the people. But right there, when was the last time you used one of the just regular, ordinary ones that that pop out of your ear and never really fit? When was the last time you used one of those?
I think Seattle opening night, because they didn't have my my molded IFB.
This is network television. How does that happen?
I don't know. But you know what? And plus, of all stadiums, Seattle, where I got this little cheap thing I put in my ear. Yeah, but it's just you got to make plays. That's all.
I couldn't tell that your game was off one bit that night.
Well, I'm kind of
they found it. They found the truck. The truck's been found.
Nice.
It's been found. But the cab portion, the tractor, cab portion that pulls the truck, that's gone. That's still missing.
Oh. Yeah. I would think this would be easy to find, though, if somebody's going to be driving that, right?
With nothing attached to the back.
Yeah.
Just chilling down the A1A and one of those things, it would definitely stick out like a sore thumb. Yeah. But who knows where that thing is? The last time though that was found was like through midnight. It went through exit 57 of the turnpike here in Florida. The GPS found that.
We're talking to Rich Eisen, NFL Network host. He's in Miami tonight on the NFL Network, and only on the NFL Network. You'll be able to see the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. McLovin, give Rich the poll question. I'm curious his answer on this.
Who would you be most scared to invest in? DeMarco Murray, Marshawn Lynch, Ndamukong Suh, or Dez Bryant?
Invest long-term dollars in?
Yeah.
The one I'd fear the most? I'd go Marshawn because of his advancing age and his role. That's what I would go.
How much older is Marshawn Lynch than DeMarco Murray? Couple of years?
It has to be. I'd think so. I mean, and I know what that poll question is infused with what's going on with Dez Bryant off the field. And barring any unforeseen storylines that are cropping up, if the Cowboys let him hit the open market, I mean, that's just never going to happen. It's never going to happen. He is a playmaker of the first variety. He has definitely stepped his game up to throw his name into the Megatron mix.
Yeah.
Atop the NFL, top 2, top 3 wide receivers. And you could even say, with Megatron banged up and Andre Johnson in declining years and having quarterback issues, that he's the best. He is the best in the NFL. He's the most physical. He's the most diverse. He is the best. I mean, Antonio Brown has had a great season, and so has T.Y. Hilton. But if you need to have a jump ball, if you need to have somebody make a play, he's number one in the NFL right now. And, you know, there's all sorts of stories that come out, and he's changed agents, and that's how these things happen when you let it play into the season. And comments like, you know, don't test my loyalty get made. I think when it's all said and done, he's not going anywhere, and he's going to be a very, very rich man.
Do you think there's a smear campaign, though? The timing of this with comments, I know he changed agents, and Jerry Jones said like that. It feels a little heavy-handed here that now all of a sudden we're talking about.
Oh, sure. You know, obviously, but I don't know if that comes from the team or from a former agent or who's been spurned. I don't know. But, I mean, what would that do? I mean, if Jerry Jones leaked that information or somebody from the Cowboys leaked the information that, you know, police has been called to his house and they're still concerned about him, what does that mean? That he's going to get that the court of public opinion will allow them to pay him less? I mean, none of that makes sense coming from the team. That in my mind, reeked of spurned individuals outside. I mean, how, playing out in the press, that would only make sense if you're getting set to not sign him. There's no way the Cowboys are going to let him go.
Can they sign both DeMarco Murray though and Des Bryant?
Well, I think you can. I mean, you see what the Seahawks have been doing with Jamal Charles. I mean, these guys aren't breaking the bank to the point of $100 million contracts.
Yeah, but you got Romo in there. You already got Romo signed up to a big deal.
No, I know that, but I mean, you have to figure out a way to do it. I mean, these are your triplets, and you know, running backs are less of a big ticket item. They just are. And, you know, I just don't know who's going to go ahead and give DeMarco Murray $60, $70 million, $50 million. I just don't see it. I mean, you can give him some, you know, a 4-year deal or where they make the amount of money that I guess Jamal Charles is making through the first couple years, and then you do what Seattle's been doing, which is just chipping in a little bit more to keep Marshawn Lynch happy. That's an issue, too, moving forward for Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, you could sit here and they tried to talk in a phase-out manner during the offseason, saying it was going to be a running back by committee. I mean, when it all comes down to it, when Seattle's season was going in south and there was an issue with Percy Harvin and all of that stuff, what do? They just turn back to Lynch. And he is the engine. He's not only the engine that keeps this team going offensively, he's also the guy he and J.J. Watt are the only people that I have seen in the 11 years of going to football stadiums as closely as I have, that their play on the field can ignite the entire stadium and change the momentum. J.J. Watt in Houston and Marshawn Lynch in Seattle, the way the fans react to them making plays is very unique. And, you know, Seattle is going to have to keep Marshawn somehow happy moving forward.
Who's coming up on the Rich Eisen show at noon Eastern?
We've got Matthew Stafford phoning in before that big 1 versus 2 matchup atop the NFC. Anquan Bolden of the 5-4 San Francisco 49ers. We've got Peter King. And, you know, I come to Miami, I had to call up Hank Goldberg. Dan.
The Hammer.
The Hammer is coming to the set.
Nice.
Hopefully he'll bring the stone crabs. And
if we find the guy who stole the DirecTV truck,
yes,
should I interview him or should I let you interview him?
Dan, listen, it's really my show and story, but if you want a piece, I think the pie's big enough, don't you think?
I said Fritzy no, but Fritzy wants to have the credit for booking the guest.
I know. Fritzy, how many yachts can you water ski behind?
You would think I have more than
right?
enough.
But, I mean, this is a police matter, though. So, we're just staying out of the way and letting the police do their job. Whoever took the truck just knows they messed with the wrong show. They messed with the wrong show.
Was this Dan Lebitard? Do you think Lebitard...
Dan is on the show, too. I've got Dan coming in today.
Oh, okay. How
Yeah,
convenient he shows up, even though he may have taken the truck.
Well, he's denied it, and your show put out a statement yesterday during mine to refute all the scurrilous rumors that perhaps you did this.
Absolutely. I did not.
I know.
Okay, what, Fritzy? Wait a minute, hold on. Clay, what's the problem?
Clayton Kershaw is calling any moment.
Oh, okay.
Dan, I've got to run because you've got a Cy Young Award winner. That's big time.
Oh, I don't want to. Okay.
I just got big time.
Okay.
Just got big time. At least it's not Dan Bickley.
Oh, got to bring that up.
Thanks, Rich.
Yes, we do.
Thanks, Rich.
All right.
That's Rich Eisen, the NFL Network. They got the game tonight, and also host of the Rich Eisen Show on DirecTV.